We're back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen, with my sunnies on.
Oh, yeah.
I still can't really see that well because I was at the eye doctor today.
You can see the movie, don't worry. He was far enough away from the
fine.
screen.
What an interesting one. My name is
My
Khan.
name is Khan.
Very
Khan.
the epiglottis.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, it was interesting.
That was a movie, and and here's why it's interesting, I think more so for us, because this whole movie took place in America.
Yeah.
So this is kind of our home turf.
Hit home, in a way.
Home, and it definitely rang a note that probably a lot of people felt in that particular time.
Sure,
in history.
yeah.
Wow.
This really, this movie was a journey. It started.
Yeah.
I didn't know where it was gonna go from the beginning.
I know.
And there were some twists that I didn't see coming, and it was really interesting to see how he and his wife, their journeys kind of separated, and to see where they ended up was interesting.
I really like
how her path was kind of like a path of hate, and his was a path of love and trying to, helping those people out in the hurricane, and just doing good and not reacting with hate. Not
right.
Yeah.
And
so
I think, and I said this in the review, I think it kind of juxtaposed what was going on it was just kind of comparing. Yeah. In America, when this happened, there were two sides. There was a side that was like, we gotta hate anyone that's brown. That was one side, and then there was the other side where it was more of like, there's a particular group of people that are, they don't like the West, but there's also people that are chill. You can wear a turban and still be chill. But I thought that was really interesting how they kind of did that.
Yeah, it was. And I thought the acting was really good. Yeah. Especially by Shah Rukh Khan
and Kajol.
Just
one name, Kajol.
Those two, I think they definitely stood out.
I would say
some of the American actors were really cheesy.
Yeah. So that's
the thing. It's like
and that's why it's
some
tough.
Of that took me out of it.
It did with me too, because it's like it is tough when you are doing an American movie and we are American.
Yeah, so we can tell immediately when
something is off.
Something their
and I'm
acting,
sure it's
their
the
dialogue
same for you
is
guys.
a little bit off. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it's the same when an American movie does an Indian thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's the same for you guys.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys.
What the heck?
Yeah, they're like, that's not how Indians act or whatever.
For us, it was definitely the same in some parts where you're like, that would never happen. But still,
but I would say, of course, the two main actors are Shah Rukh and Kajol.
Oh my
gosh,
amazing.
They were
absolutely amazing. Yes,
really, really
Kajol's
good.
crying scene was just so emotional.
Oh, I know,
Holy cow.
I know. That was just so tough to watch.
That was.
And it was definitely hard to watch because it was so depressing.
It really was. Yeah, it was
This
sad.
is definitely not a fun movie to watch.
No.
And we normally like watching fun movies.
We like a little bit more fun.
Yeah, but I mean, it was good to kind of see that side, see the perspective.
Right. I like too how it didn't
from their point of view, and how if something like that did happen, what the result would be, and how you should react to that result. And he reacted in love, and it was interesting.
There's 2 ways
to
you
see.
can react to any.
Yes, it had a good message, and that was a really good part of the film, and how they conclude. The conclusion was well done and stuff.
Right. And I also liked how it really kind of showed both positions, both sides. Yeah. It wasn't like, Muslim is the most perfect thing on earth kind of thing. There's no problems at all. It showed the fact that there was a guy that was trying to radicalize people. Yeah, it was really
interesting.
I'm
glad
it showed that, right? It wasn't it wasn't like this is great.
Everything.
Right.
Yeah.
It showed hey, there's, people shouldn't be assaulting people just because they're Muslim or just because they wear a turban, right? Yeah.
But
it wasn't
all
suggesting,
sides.
Right? It showed all sides, which I liked. I thought that was very fair.
Yeah. I thought so too.
But I will say, here's a critique. I think it's so common that in Indian movies they start off not together, and then they get together.
Yeah.
You can just have them together at the beginning too. Like we could start the movie off where they're married, you know?
Yeah.
Because I feel like that. I don't know.
Oh, you're saying they kind of there was too much build up, or it was too long. In that area? Okay,
I would have liked a little bit less of that and more of the journey. After the kid died.
I mean, I can see where you're coming from. I mean, definitely they did take their time with their relationship building at the beginning.
Right.
But at least that was the fun. That was when it was fun. So I enjoyed that.
Right.
But then it got like really depressing
I know.
when their kid
it really
died,
did, and just like all the scenes were sad. It was just sad all around.
It was.
I don't know. This would not be a rewatch for me. Like, I wouldn't rewatch this movie. I think it was a good movie to watch, and I think there are those movies where it's
you
good to
watch it once and it's good, but it's just hard to.
It has a powerful message, but also like just kind of depresso.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, overall though, I thought it was a good film. Yeah. Should we get into our ratings? Maybe?
Yeah, we can get into our ratings.
I've already got mine loaded up, but.
All right.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
We can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
We got some coming.
All right, you go first. I did first.
I would go. Okay, I'd go with 3.5 for this one.
And I would go with 3.
Okay.
So similar ish. So we're kind of in the same ballpark. We've seen better ones, but this was still.
But this was still the acting was incredible. It was still a good watch, and I mean it had a good message. It's just some of the. I mean, it was just it was hard to watch at times because it was depressing.
Which it's not like that's a bad movie.
And it's not that shouldn't really take that doesn't.
But it's
take
our
away
opinion.
From the movie.
It's our opinion though. At the end of the day, of like how we liked it. You know.
Yep. But it does kind of it does take away our our interest in it. Was like, oh man, this is kind of like this is getting too depressing. We can't.
I know.
How long are we gonna? Linger on,
it was tough.
On these
it's
scenes,
tough. And it was tough too because they were trying to film everything in America or do everything in America, which was tough at times, like you're saying with the American actors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's not, what can you do?
Yeah. Right? But I would say, I mean, it was a decent film though, and I would say
for sure.
It's a good watch, but thanks for the recommendation,
guys.
Y'all.
But okay, here's our ask. Give us a comedy next time, or like.
Well, and we mentioned this in last week's react, but we love like any thriller, suspense, comedy. Yep. So
bring them over. Yep. Thriller, suspense, comedy,
and of
not
course
sad.
Drama too, but. We can handle sad, but like it's not. You're like no sad movies.
No sad movies.
I mean,
just comedy.
We can handle a few, but like not all the time.
I'd rather have someone get his like heart ripped out.
Depressing for us.
Yeah, I don't want it to get real. You know,
You're like,
rip someone's heart out. Like a horror movie, do that. Don't make it real with like
our taste in movies is weird.
No, we're kidding. All right.
No, but okay, well, Thanks for
watching.
Guys,
Check you out.
And, we'll see you in the next video.